Today we're going to be looking at the Scalextric Battle Vendor set. I'm going to add my little Return Jedi Ewok village, and we're going to add some little details. Alright, so I saw on TikTok, somebody had this slot car track. It's speeder bikes. And so I just had to have it. So I looked it up on eBay, and it turns out it's a European exclusive company called Scalextric. And there's the company. Here's the track all set up. But upon getting it, it's twice as big as I thought it would be. I mean, this thing is massive. Let me see if I can find something for scale. Let's see. Here's a stinkor. Here's a stinkor. This track is massively wide. It's kind of 1/32 scale, but I was kind of expecting 1/64 scale size. I guess I didn't really understand what 1/32 scale slots were, because it's been a while since I've had a slot car track set up. So essentially, the table system I had set up is not going to work. I have two car tables here. I've got one of the kind of long, skinny ones, and then one of the regular sized ones. But there's a lot of track, so essentially you're supposed to be able to connect two of these straightaways together in length, and that would just way proportionately be bigger than the space that I have. As you can see here, my whole room's tore up trying to get this thing set up. But here's the rest of the track. There's a whole bunch more track to add. And essentially this thing would be super wide, and I got some different accessory stuff. Here's some like tree branches I'm going to throw up behind there. And then I got all sorts of like cool like moss stuff, and I'm going to kind of create this whole scene. But yeah, I don't have all the space that I need, so I'm just going to make it into this oval here. And yeah, I'm going to have to take out one of these tables. I think I'll leave this bigger table in because it kind of fits on this, and then I'll have enough room to set up my Ewok village. So I'm going to put my Ewok village in amongst it and everything. But yeah, so let me get some of that set up, and then I'll show you how it ends up. Hold on a second. All right, so we got it all set up here. I got these bad boys out. Looks like the front of this speeder bike there is missing his fins, but got it all set up at the Ewok village here. Kind of got a cool setup going on. Put some cool trees behind there, so we're kind of looking like we're in the forest. But one thing I did not account for when ordering said European electric set is that it came with an electric outlet that is exclusive to England or Europe or certain parts of Europe. I don't know. At least England has this outlet. So what I had to do is go on Amazon, and we ordered a converter. So I ordered this converter, so it'll switch over the outlet to an American outlet. So you just plug that into that, and we will be all set. So added bonus is there's a couple little USB ports on this thing. So I'm gonna get that plugged in here real quick. Yep. So there you go. And I've plugged it in before just to make sure that this thing worked before I left any sort of feedback on eBay where I bought this track from. But yeah, let's get it plugged in and see how this thing works. Alright, so I got it all set up here. Now it's hard to get these things kind of going all the way. The Scout Trooper works a lot better than the Luke. I think the Luke, I need to open it up and kind of demuck the gears, because I think there's some stuff mixed around in the gears. Because I pulled out some little like cardboard pieces that were kind of wrapped around it. But yeah, so far, yeah, the Scout Trooper works pretty good. So that's pretty nice, and it's not the difference between which side you put it on, because either side I put it on here. Scout Trooper works on both sides just as well, but the Luke only works just a little bit either side that you put him on. So yeah, I definitely got to open him up and fix like guess maybe what's the mechanism inside. See what's going on. Yeah, see, there you go. A little bit, but then he stops. He doesn't go very far. Sometimes the Scout Trooper gets kind of stuck too, but he works a lot better, and it doesn't have anything to do with the padding, because there's the little wire connectors, or the little metal connectors on the bottom that kind of make the electronics work on the electric track. And I've changed out it came with a couple spares and extras, and I changed those out, and no matter what I do, it seems to just kind of stop and gunk up. So yeah, definitely got to open him up and see what's going on the inside. But I thought it was cool, though, that it's kind of the perfect fit here for this Ewok village to kind of sit in the middle. One day I kind of hope to have like a bigger setup so I can have like a big table, kind of have the track going through the Ewok village, and I actually want to get another Ewok village setup or two, like just the bare bones of it, so I can just have the platforms and the tree trunks, just to kind of have set up with the track. And of course I don't have all the track up right now. It's just I don't have the space as of right now, and this table's a little too small to have even the track going through the tree trunks of the Ewok village. But it's still a pretty sweet set. You see there, I got my Ewok village. I got a mix of vintage Ewoks mixed in with some Power of the Force 2 and some Legacy Collection and Power of the Force 3, maybe even. I don't know. Just you see the spirits, Jedi spirits. I'll show you a little closer look of this village here in a second, how I have it all set up. I even have that rebel guy from Rogue One. I know he wasn't at the Ewok village, or maybe one of his species was, but back in the day when they were doing Return of the Jedi, they didn't exactly show a whole lot of aliens amongst the rebel forces. But yeah, let's check it out. Closer look. Now here is the Ewok village itself. And let's see Leia there. Oh, I even got Robin Hood, because like if you know anything about this playset, I actually used this same playset for the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves movie. All right, well that's all I got for now on this. Check back later, because I got some cool stuff coming up. I want to do some like Build-A-Figure stuff and some other junk, and I think I'm gonna do a big whole like Mandalorian Baby Yoda episode where I kind of show off all the stuff I've gotten over the last year, because I haven't really done that in a while, and I used to do a ton of that back when I started the Baby Yoda fan page on Facebook. So check back for that later, and if you like my stuff, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.